Well, welcome back, everyone. Well, as you know, we're at Look Media here. We've been pretty involved with the Special Olympics of New York. Last week when Sarah Martinez was in, we were talking about the long-term plans, and sure enough, there are two events that are coming up in next week that we thought we would really want to highlight, let you know more about, and hopefully get your support. So joining me today is a familiar face. Oh, both of you are familiar faces, actually. This is great. Bill Collins, who is the Director of Competition and Training for the Special Olympics of New York. You need a longer title.
That's right.
Okay. And my neighbor, I'm your neighbor too, Amy Collins, who is, you do your own title.
Director of Tourism and Business Development and a few other hats, but
yes,
whatever Mayor Diamond likes.
Well, that's the one you're particularly good at, by the way, the one you're describing. I think it says to Glens Falls, but I've seen you around Queensbury. I've seen you all over the place, right?
Yes, we're really reaching out, and it's a community.
Yes, that's right. And it shows, by the way.
Thanks.
Glens Falls is really, every time you're in Glens Falls, my wife and I live in Glens Falls, just the town is just really coming together. It's nice to see. All right, Special Olympics, you're both very involved. Bill, let me start with you in case some of the viewers don't know what you're about.
Well, Special Olympics is about sports training and competition for people with intellectual disabilities. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know it's the largest amateur sports organization in the world. And New York has the largest program in the country with over 56,000 athletes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's the sixth largest program in the world. And so we have about 400 competitions a year. There are athletes all over Warren, Washington County, about 800 of them training and competing. And they also, throughout the North Country and the Capital District region, over 3,000 athletes training and competing in 22 year-round sports.
Wow. One of the major events for our community, of course, is the Fall Games. Now, that's coming up, but there are events leading up to it because you really do need to raise funds, right? Before we jump into that, Amy, Glens Falls' involvement in this.
Well, we began with a bid in 2012, 2013, and that was the first bid that we were awarded. And actually, we're competing with cities like
Major
Syracuse,
cities, right, yes.
Buffalo, Rochester. So it was a real coup for Glens Falls to win the bid, and then we anteed up again, and we got 2014 and 2015. So these Fall Games are the second year of our second bid award. So we're really looking forward to it.
I bet these bids are not granted easily, so it really says something about Glens Falls and the community and the way you back it, the way you set it up, the way you make it work for them when they come into the city, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, you wouldn't get it. You're up against Syracuse and Rochester. Come on.
We have wonderful volunteer-based community involvement, and we reach out to the community surrounding us as well, and it's just been wonderful. A great experience.
Yeah, it's wonderful for the city too. Hey, we've got some events coming up immediately because obviously you can't put on something of the magnitude of the Fall Games unless you've got funding. So you do a couple of fundraisers. One's coming up two are coming up next week, right? Thursday and Friday. All right, you get Thursday.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast of Champions, and it is the kickoff to the fundraising for Fall Games. It's Thursday morning. It's the Queensbury Hotel at 8:30 in the morning, and it is a fundraiser. Breakfast is free, but we're hoping you'll bring a check and for Special Olympics to support the athletes that come to Glens Falls.
I've got you. And then the very next day, Amy, we've got a golf tournament.
There's a golf tournament at Highland Golf Course right off
Beautiful course.
Beautiful course, and we've run that. Actually, our major sponsor there is Corning, and we have a great golf community. So we've done well with the golf tournament. And
now the golf tournament, you can come as a team, you can come as an individual as well, right?
Sure.
Men and women.
Men and women.
Yes, got it. Okay.
Yes, I love golf. Played myself a couple of times, and actually, we're looking for anybody that would like. Some of the athletes come and play as well.
When you're not riding a bicycle in the neighborhood?
That's correct.
That's it, right. Private joke. If you haven't played at Highland, it's really quite a beautiful course. It really is. And I'll jump back to the breakfast just quickly.
Sure.
Again, please come. A breakfast is free, but they really do need a donation. And it's a wonderful kickoff event, I recall.
Yes, we'll have athletes there and the CEO and talking about their preparation for the fall games. This is where the athletes start. They'll finish the summer games this year at SUNY Brockport on June 6th. And as soon as they're done with that, they'll start training in the fall sports. And those are softball and soccer, bocce, golf, cycling, and equestrian. And so those athletes will get ready and need to train for at least 8 weeks, compete at a local level, and for the right and the privilege to go to the big state games. And we never charge the athletes to train or compete at any level. And so we'll pay for their hotel rooms and their food to come to Glens Falls and compete. And we need the whole community to be involved. Amy is the working chair of the games organizing committee. They've already started meeting, and if you're interested at all, please visit the website at SpecialOlympicsNewYork.org and sign up. Come into a fundraiser. Learn about how you can get involved. We'll probably need over 1,000 athletes
right,
1,000 volunteers for that weekend to make this a success. It does not work without the community.
And part of the reason that the Special Olympics, I just want to close with this because we talked about this the last time, Bill. The sense of self-esteem and self-confidence that these athletes gain by being able to further themselves in something that isn't necessarily a handicap to them. They may really excel in running or cycling or something like that. And all of a sudden you're really benefiting this person in a number of different ways, right?
We did a study in 2007, found that people with intellectual disabilities who trained and competed in sports in Special Olympics were 5 times more likely to get and hold a job independently in the community. It's where they found their strength.
That's right.
One of New York's athletes says to us, if I can train 18 weeks for a marathon, I can do just about anything.
That's right.
Later he said to me, you may be able to outread me, but I can outrun you. And believe me, he can.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
I really do. Okay, I just need to recap just quickly. Next Thursday, which is May 14, the Breakfast of Champions at Queensbury Hotel, located right downtown Glens Falls. 8:30, get there. Nice breakfast. You get to meet a lot of people in the community who are volunteering and helping and donating to this cause. And then the very next day, we've got a killer golf tournament, which is going to be out. And that's like the 12th annual or something. Am I wrong about that? You've done a bunch of these.
We have. But actually, we've done one every year that we've had the bid. So the 2012, 2013, 2014, this will be the 4th tournament. But they've run a lot of tournaments to benefit, the Special Olympics.
Great. So, and that's at Highland, which of course is a beautiful golf course and country club and place. Well, thank you both very much for coming in. We'll be checking in with you during the summer because they've got a lot of fundraising events leading up to the fall games.
Great.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank
sure.
you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.